Well, I had not wanted the traditional heart surgery. So I spoke with my surgeon in Macon, Georgia, and he said that only a handful of surgeons in the U.S. offered this, and I would have to travel to New York. So I went online and did my research, and Gunderson came up, and I seen videos where Dr. Rabinda had described the procedure, and there were also videos of the procedure online, and they said to call them, to contact them, so that's what I did. I picked up the phone and called. One of Dr. Rabinda's nurses called me back immediately, talked with me, let me know some of the tests that I would need to send to Dr. Rabinda, and so I went about gathering those and sent them up, and it was maybe less than a week Dr. Rabinda called me personally on the phone and discussed my case and asked different details that he needed, and also told me what other tests he needed to make sure that I was a good candidate for this minimally invasive surgery before traveling up. I was scheduled to see Dr. Rabinda on a Monday morning. That Sunday night, I fell in a hotel bathroom. I had a stage 4 head concussion with bleeding on the brain, was rushed to Gunderson's emergency room, and so I had to cancel my surgery and go back home to recuperate for 8 weeks, and then came back up the second time for my surgery. And now we're up here the third time for my husband's surgery. So this is our third journey to La Crosse and Gunderson and with Dr. Rabinda.
A lot of unfortunate accident caused a lot of excess travel.
Right.
But on that note, when she starts talking about Rabinda, you've never met a man that's in his caliber that would take the time that he does with somebody. And you're thinking, when you're at a hospital, you're the number one priority. That's all you think about is, I'm the only one here. But as many people as he deals with, and he takes the time for each individual one, at least in our case he did. He sat there, and he would have sat there till right now if you wanted to sit there and talk to him. He's not one to rush you. He wants you to be completely clear what's going on, and he's just as simple and wants to explain it in layman's terms as easy as you can expect it to be. And you just don't run into people like that. You just don't run into them nowadays like that. It's a special kind of health care up here.
Jane Young of the executive care staff has become such a special friend to us. She's not just a hospital employee. She is someone you feel you've known a lifetime. And she has assisted us with hotel recommendations, transportation to and from the airport, hotel, doctor visits, shown us the area, little personal special touches that we've received here is why we returned. It's the personal care and attention that you receive here that far outweighs anything else I've seen anywhere. And that's what brought us here.
And I told him, that was the last thing I told him when we left for the second time. I said, Lord forbid down the road, anything ever happens, I said, you will see me again.
And never did we dream in our wildest dreams that we would be back up here, that he would need this.
But they took care of her so well when she was up here. I mean, it just...
Oh yes,
it would be
the one-on-one care.
It would be crazy not to go back to the same place for your own care after seeing what they did for her.
And the recovery. Oh, it was amazing. I was back to normal in no time. My mother had the traditional heart surgery, and it took a lot longer for her recovery. It was just such a dramatic difference in mine. And I guess I would have to say, I wouldn't do it any other way, and I don't think my husband would either.
No. If the board wants any more questions or anything, they can come to my house personally, and we'll drink a beer, and I'll tell them everything. I'll tell them exactly how I feel about everybody.
I love that.
And it's not
Let's
just
go. Come
it's
on.
not just Rabinda's either. It was the nurses on the 6th floor. It was all the secretaries. It was everybody that was involved, act like you was their brother or sister in there doing this surgery. They didn't know us from Adam and Eve 1,400 miles away. but they act like they knew you all your life. And I mean, it's just a different type of health care. It is. And I'm not saying that health care is bad down there. It's just in a league of its own. And Rabindez and his procedures, the way he's doing it, is just it's growing. It's a thing that needs to be out there, and it needs to be available to the public. Because I mean, it's something that not just us would be looking at. There's a lot of other people out there would be very interested in it.
Yes, he's an exceptional surgeon. Yes, in the minimally invasive area, you're very limited. And to have someone that has that expertise is wonderful.